Good day. Today the Lord's word and vision came. The Lord saying that we must be clad with His zeal because He clads Himself with His zeal. He made me to understand that the shields of the earth belongs to the Lord and that His shields are our protection, yes, but it is also His glory and His dignity. That His name is signed up as we call upon the name of Yahweh, Nissi, Yahweh, Yireh, Yahweh, Rapha, for our benefit. He also said, I am Yahweh Sidkenu, I am the Lord of righteousness, I am Yahweh Sabaoth, I am the Lord of armies. And from Exodus 20, I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. And when the Lord says that, He pictures it as a battle statement. I brought you out. And we know from Exodus 13 how the Lord said, Moses said to the people, remember this day in which you went out from Egypt, from the house of slavery. For by a powerful hand the Lord brought you out from this place. So the Lord's power, Lord's glory involved in our salvation. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. You shall have no other gods, you shall not make to yourself, you shall not worship them or serve them, for Lord your God, I am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children. So this Kana, jealous, zealous God, and He protects His own name, that we need to know that while He protects us, we have to give honor to His holy name. And then I saw like steps, they look like a mix of light brown and pink. The steps made up, and I thought there was a wall, the wall of salvation, the gates of praise. At the same time, the steps on this side, and there were steps on this side. I thought it's a four-sided stepway. Then I realized this is the city of God in the midst of the calamities of man and in the midst of the pomp and rebellion of man. And in the lower steps, there was missional activity, and the Lord's people are really like the Salvation Army, bringing salvation, rescue the perishing, care for the dying. While people are in ruin, they were rebellious, they were doing their own thing, and they make the waves, and that they ride the waves they made. Virus wave, vaccine wave, variant waves, and Victoria, and Vikings, and Viceroys, and science and philosophies, the sports and entertainment, and great things of man, the waves. They thought they were riding the waves, and there are so many activity and lots injured, left behind. And God's people are doing the work of salvation on those lower steps that are adjacent to the mess and the vain glory of man. As Psalm 46 captures it, it was vain glory of man. They think they are doing great. Then comes fake science and all that has been going on leading up to COVID. Man's world, the waves of their own greatness and the depths of their own madness, so to say. So Psalm 47 says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. We will not fear, though the mountains slip into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, that's human activity, though the mountains quake at its swelling pride. Mountains are the greatness of humanity. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, holy dwelling place of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She will not be moved. God will help her when morning dawns. So the city of God is working hard. At the same time, they take shifts out of the hard work of redemption, deliverance. Then one batch or shift goes up to the presence of the Lord. They recuperate, they are refreshed, they are restored, while another shift takes on the house that never sleeps, the city of God. Now we know in Revelation 22 that city of God comes down from heaven, and it looks like a lamb, a city adored as a bride. But here it was a working, hard stretched city of God, working the works of God in the midst of a rebellious nation and rebelling with their own glory. But God's people who are at work, and they take shifts, and then they enter into the presence of God, and then they come back again for the shift work. So the 24/7, the work of God goes on. So come behold the works of the Lord, because He had done all these things making salvation come near. And there is a morning for us, and that we are expecting that morning. There is a morning. Every dark night has a morning, and then there is the final great morning of the Lord's return. Then the scenery changed to Moses, facing up to Massa and Merbah. At Rephidim he did very well. Massa was the testing. At Rephidim, Merbah was the people were rebelling and quarreling, but Moses didn't. Unfortunately, by the time Numbers 20 came, whether Moses was weary or what, we find that Massa, the testing, became a quarrel even for Moses. We must take guard about it, be cautious. So that we do the Lord's way, Lord's work in the Lord's way, not our way. So Numbers 20, the Lord said, take the rod, verse 8, take the rod, and you and your brother Aaron assemble the congregation and speak to the rock before their eyes. Before their eyes, because they were rebelling now. Miriam had passed away, and the people who are rebelling don't know whether Moses was hard stretched. And Moses fell before the Lord. Then the Lord said, take the rod, and you and your brother Aaron assemble the congregation and speak to the rock before their eyes. So there is a rock. Situations are very tough, but out of that rocky situation, God brings water even to the rebellious people. This is our place, just speaking to the rock and bringing the water, that God may be glorified and people might be delivered. Before their eyes, that it may yield its water, you shall thus bring forth water for them out of the rock, and let the congregation and their beasts drink. So Moses took the rod from before the Lord. Step number 1 was right, just as he had commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the assembly before the rock. That was also right. Step number 2, and he said to them, listen now, you rebels, shall we bring forth water for you out of this rock? Step number 3 was wrong. We must not go that way. Then the Lord, water came, but the Lord said, you did not sanctify my name. So we know the shields belong to the Lord, honor belongs to the Lord, and we have to do the work God's way. So those are the 3 places that the Lord said, the glory belongs to me, my shields, my honor, be clad with the zeal of the Lord. Secondly, the city of God, full of steps and people working all the time to bring deliverance to messy people, rebellious people. Thirdly, that we will speak to the rock and the water will come. We will speak to the rock and the water will come. We will not turn Massa, means testing, but we will not turn it into a Merbah, means quarrel. God bless you. God keep you. Today 7 p.m. is our night of hope in 2 languages, English and Sinhala. Please join us at 7 p.m. God bless you.